I need to quit. This is my little prison within a prison. Oh, God. That bike is broken. The workout bike. The blue one's okay. This is where I do all my stuff. Two ropes tied like that up against that. See, they have hooks on them. I can hook them together and lean forward, go down and up. Many squatches and left and right. Well, of course these can untwist off each other. See, and then I hold on to them and then wrap them around one wrist and the other wrist and raise your arms up and go left and right. Or walk with a high step kick, or the left high leg kick, or put it around your waist. Put it around your waist and this works. And welcome to the gym, everybody. Used to be called Jim. One time I even said I was Jim. Yeah, I got tired of the doctors messing up my names. My mom about fell out of a chair. They would mispronounce my name. So I just made up a name at the doctor's office so that they could say it correctly. It was hilarious. So I try to get her going. Which I do get her going. Tighten up, hold in, stomach tighten. Little bit of help, a little bit of not help with the pole. And I do do-si-do. I've got another little one around here that I can do that to. And just hang and do pull-ups. Hang and do turns, stretches right in there. I don't know if you can see stretches in there. One time I was doing this, hanging here. I just got there and I was breathing really hard after a pretty good workout session over here by the other area, and passed out. I think I hyperventilated. See, here's how you hook those. See, I can almost hang on to this. So I just kind of hang there like that. So I hyperventilated, fell down, cracked my head, went into a couple convulsions. I opened my eyes and I seen my neighbor. And she was looking right at me. And I was like, did I just wake up of a morning? It was like I felt like I woke up in the morning, you know. And there my neighbor is, and I'm laying on the concrete. Evidently, I had a pretty good concussion, which may have helped me reset and resynchronize the nerve functionality going in the CNS and down and out, where that damage has been done. Now, I know what they call tung sudo, budokan, and it's a form of taekwondo, and it has helped me. The basketball helped me, golfing helped me, all these forms of baseball. I was great in baseball, not to be modest. Speedy, fast, knew every position, played men's league, picked up thoroughbred ball, learn every position. I had to learn first base and thoroughbred at 17 or 18. And I mean, that was a fun position. And it ended up loving it. And the guys would try to burn me out, but I could catch everything. I was a little bit small, but I could really jump. See, I could jump 10 feet at the rim. When I was 17, I was this much over the rim when I was 17. That ability, hit 5'10". So I was first baseman. But then another generation came around. And see, this helps assist me. Another generation came around. All of them were buddies. I married into a big family. He was a freshman, and we had a good time. And all those boys, they were about ready to go to state, and maybe probably should have won state and didn't get there. It was very upsetting. So I took them as a softball team. And it's like we signed up for this league. Most of the guys there never played slow pitch softball. Oh, we signed up for a team near Springfield. Had 5 or 6 teams in that league, and we barely got in the deadline. So here's a bunch of 17-year-old baseball players, an old man like me, twice as their age, but could play every position. Still awesome, still in great shape, and enjoyed the heck out of it. Just really, we all had a good time. We had colored players, black players, whatever you prefer. Back in the old days, we used to call them colored. We had Stan the Man, we had Troy, we had a bunch of who come in and play with us that we wanted, and we ended up 15-0 in that league. They got so mad at us that we had to make an agreement and said, okay, all your 5 places, 2nd, 3rd, 6th, you pick your best all-star team out of that group and take us on. And so we played an all-star game. And that was a pretty good game. Of course, we won. And so anyway, we thought we were good enough to get featured in the big city then. And we found out that, of course, they're sponsored by Bud Light. You know, they're going to be the best players, oldest players, the strongest players, the wisest players. So we had to take them guys on, and a men's league like that. And yeah, we took a pounding a couple times and stuff. But it was a great season. It was a great setup. The game was really a great setup. It was you started with the strike. The strike won, and ball won, I think. They had a mat like this behind home plate, and so now you already got 1 strike on you, and it's chiseled in there, that V on the end of the plate. So if it hits that mat, it's a strike. So that ball has to come down there, and that guy's got to swing regardless if it is there. So strike 2 could be real quick. Okay, so strike 2 is basically strike 1. So now if you even foul the ball off, it's an out, because a foul ball is an out in slow pitch softball. So you talk about unlimited arch. You could arch it up there. You could throw spinners. You could do anything you wanted. And I had a knuckleball going. It was really, really good. And then we had another kid come in. Corsey. Oh my gosh. He come up with some stuff that it's like, well, that puts me and Kaufman over on the hot side, 3rd and shortstop. And then we had a good side on the left side. I think we may have put JT and Billy there, or Suttles, Floyd. Corsey could pitch. So that was a 15-0 system. I led off, And being that I played so much professional or street ball and stuff like that, and I was in charge of the notes and stuff, the stat sheet, all that. I do other stuff with this other, I might as well get it out and show you that. So anyway, when I started out doing the stat sheets, it's like, okay guys, we're doing stats. I didn't really want to make them aware of it, because if you have a bad start, they don't want to know that they're only hitting 300 or 200, you know, stuff like that. Well, in softball, 800 is similar to a 400 average in baseball, okay? So if you're batting 400 in baseball, it's similar to 800 in softball, okay? Even though it's 8 out of 10, it's not, it's twice as hard. Softball's a little bit easier to get a hit and a little bit easier to get 60 feet because it's real short to first base, and if you're a lefty, you can drag roll a bunt and be on in seconds. So I decided to keep books and track the season, and I ended up hitting 800 that year. No kidding, 800. I think Corsey said he thought that I had like 19 triples or something, but I think he was kind of making that up. But I could run fast. Spurts, 60 feet turns, you know. Didn't have that long distance speed, 100-yard speed. It was like really quick from 0 to 50. And that's what kind of baseball is about anyway. And then knew how to slide, knew how to run the bases, knew when to look, when to not go, force a throw or not force a throw. So, and I taught those kids, all the other kids, the baseball swing is a little different. You got to be faster, quicker, better. But we had such a good time. That was the Davis Heating and Cooling. Thank you, Eric, for sponsoring us that year. Eric Davis, he sponsored us. Heating, Davis, and Cooling. His dad was in the AC business and stuff, and I think Eric did too. Was in it. We got sponsored a year later from somebody, CNRM, and then everybody was kind of going and coming and going, and we disintegrated. But boy, it was fun. And then all those 17-year-olds, whenever they're 30-year-olds and having their kids and their kids are playing ball, I'm umpiring for them, okay? This is how funny it is. So here I see all those 17-year-old kids that are 35 with kids of their own kids, and they're looking kind of like, you know, they all look like their dads, kind of. And so it's like, yep, that looks like him, that looks like Sut, that looks like... There's old, that's, that looked, yeah, so, yeah, it was kind of neat. So, I guess, I don't know, I don't want to be modest, I don't want to be cocky, but I'm a highly fine-tuned machine. I had to be. I had to work for my dad, I had to work for a grocery store, I had to play all the sports, I had to pay my own insurance. I've worked all my life, had to pay for colleges and work through colleges and go here and there. And then I changed my career and went to data school, and I worked 3 years before, and then had to go back and then do it again for another 3 years. Got a great chance, opportunity in Illinois, and me and Dad was coaching. I don't get the credit because it's a crazy story about that stuff too. So we'll leave that story out of it, but we would have had a run like you would have never believed. And not too many people know about it. But I keep my legs going this way. I don't know if you can see me getting down and up. Keep them going. And go see them. So it's kind of like a nightmare at times. My helper, she said, you know, it's so sad that once you get going, you have to just keep going and doing and things. So I pull this out. I didn't stick this over here, she did. That's supposed to stay inside even though I don't do it enough. I need to do more setups. So I need to get the hell off of here and do that. Get my dinner going and stuff. See you later. See you later. 15 minutes, that's like our 15 wins. Yeah, we could tell some stories about those 15 wins, but that was a pretty good league. Timeout tap. Timeout tap. There's our kitty.